For Grady News Source Sports, I'm Chelsey Shirley. Coming up, sophomore Jacob Eason is out with a knee injury, but who's up next? True freshman Jake Fromm. More to come on Grady News Source. Students aren't the only population of Bulldog fans who are adjusting to the new UGA clear bag policy. But UGA isn't the only school to implement this. The entire Southeastern Conference has moved towards implementing to further enhance existing security measures. Clear bags like these can be found in the university bookstore. They range from small shoulder bags to wristlets to totes. Prices range from $12 to nearly $35. But if you don't have extra spare change to spend, SEC policies allows plastic Ziploc bags as well. Our 15 Bulldogs had a successful season opener, but now all eyes are on this coming weekend in West Bend. Here's a full look at all of your sports headlines. I'm Chelsey Shirley. Despite sophomore quarterback Jacob Eason's knee injury in the first quarter of Saturday's game, the Dogs held the Appalachian State Mountaineers scoreless for the first 3 quarters. Starting quarterback Jacob Eason suffered a sprained ligament in the left knee, putting true freshman Jake Fromm in the game. Head coach Kirby Smart says he doesn't know the extent or how long Eason will be out. Fromm was just one of 16 true freshmen that made their Bulldog debut this weekend. This is compared to last season where only a dozen true freshmen played in the season opener. In Monday's press conference, Coach Smart confirmed that true freshman Jake Fromm will be starting in Saturday's game against the Notre Dame's Fighting Irish. Both the Bulldogs and the Fighting Irish are heading into this weekend's match coming off of victories. But the victories aren't the only thing being talked about. Ticket prices for this game are quite costly. UGA students are taking to Facebook exchange pages to sell their tickets or buy one. Just scroll through any exchange page relating to UGA or college football, and dozens of Facebook users are trying to sell or buy their tickets to West Bend, Indiana. Grady News Source posted a Twitter poll asking, what would you pay for tickets? Most responded they wouldn't pay the original student price of $170 or anything higher than that. I talked to several UGA students who are attempting to sell their ticket for more than what they bought them for, but they didn't want to talk on camera because they are afraid it's illegal. Looking ahead to this coming weekend, Clark Central has an open weekend and Cedar Shoals Jaguars will be playing the North Oconee Titans at Cedar Shoals. But Friday night's football lights had several wins for local schools and a couple of losses. Clark Central beat Gainesville's Red Elephants with a score of 42-14. Cedar Shoals beat Decatur 45-13. The Prince Avenue Wolverines beat Athens Christian School 30-24. Athens Academy shut out Lakeview with a score of 48-0, and North Oconee Titans lost their fight against Morgan County with a score of 28-13. The UGA football team prepares to take on Notre Dame this weekend behind freshman quarterback Jake Fromm, while the tennis team will have its season opener at home in the Southern Intercollegiate Tournament. I'm Chelsey Shirley. I'll be back with sports next. For your sports headlines, I'm Chelsey Shirley. UGA men's tennis team is set to host the Southern Intercollegiate Tournament starting Friday and lasting until Monday. The Southern Intercollegiate Tournament is the 2017-18 season starter. This is the biggest event hosted at home since the NCAA's back in May, where the team reached the semifinals. Following this weekend's tournament, the men's team will hit the road and head to Newport, Rhode Island for the Hall of Fame tournament. This weekend's tournament will be at the Dan McGill Tennis Complex, and admission is free. The UGA Bulldogs might be escaping Irma's potential threat, but they aren't out of the woods yet. The Dogs will be facing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in South Bend, Indiana, and kickoff is at 7:30. This is only the second time the two teams have played each other. The last time was 35 years ago at the 1981 Sugar Bowl, where the Dogs came out on top with a score of 17-10. Coach Kirby Smart announced earlier this week that true freshman Jake Fromm will be starting as quarterback during Saturday's game. Fromm is the 7th true freshman quarterback to start for the Dogs in UGA football history. But this isn't the last time the two teams will play each other. Notre Dame is slated to play Between the Hedges in August 2019. The temperatures might be dropping, but the Friday night lights are beginning to heat up. The North Oconee Titans will be facing the Cedar Shoals Jaguars Friday night, where the Titans will have the home field advantage out in Bogart. Going into tomorrow night's game, this is the first time new head coach Tyler Arendt will be leading the Titans against the Jaguars. During 2016 season, Cedar Shoals beat North Oconee with a score of 47. Clark Central's Gladiators have an open weekend, but will also be facing North Oconee next weekend. Oconee County will face off with Morgan County, while Athens Christian will take the gridiron against Athens Academy. For sports, I'm Chelsey Shirley.